welcome back to Satisfactory. So, I've been busy doing our next logistics floor, and we kind of have it up there. I think I'm going to make this one just a plain concrete wall. Honestly, I think it breaks up the build kind of nicely, and then it'll tie everything together when we do another glass wall structure like we have here. I think we have at least 2 more manufacturing floors to go. We're going to have to use up the iron ingots that we have, and that's what my plan is to do today. We're going to be making modular frames and reinforced iron plates, and those are just going to be put into storage in the hub. And then the other floor we're going to be doing is our copper and caterium floor, which is going to go into AI limiters mostly, wire, cable, and quick wire. So we got 2 more main manufacturing floors to go, and I'm hoping everything looks a little bit similar to what we got here. So I did a little bit more decorating on the second production floor. So we've got the glass in, we got some lighting up there that looks real nice, highlighting all the stuff we're making, and when everything is flowing, it looks awesome, especially the power shards going up and in. I don't know how to highlight that better, but I think the 2 pillars there make it look nice. And the big thing I did last night, so I was just cleaning stuff up. And then I took, up top here, I took a bunch of awesome sinks, threw them down because I wanted to make sure I had the numbers correct for everything that's getting transported up. And bottom line is I do. The numbers are correct. However, if you look down here, it got quite a bit bigger and quite a bit more complex. That's because as soon as I added those awesome sinks and everything started flowing, we were actually at quite the deficit for power. Is about 500 megawatts for power that we were at a deficit. So came down here, I upgraded the miners on each one of those coal nodes, I upgraded the conveyor belts as well, and then I threw on a bunch of other coal generators and a bunch more water. So we are definitely at a surplus now, a very large surplus in power. And let me just grab one of these real quick and show you. So we're sitting good at 5,250 megawatts of power. Our max consumption is about half that, so that should last us for these last 2 production floors, and we should be done with this area after we get those. Or I guess done with this building. We'll be done here and we'll move on. Move on to something else. So this is our next logistics floor. It's kind of dark, dreary, damp under here, which I don't necessarily hate. I feel like this is how logistics floors should look. But we got some lighting. We got some nice lighting on the sides here. Kind of breaks things up. And then this is how I did the delivery system. So we kind of have some little accent light strips there. And then, of course, we have our main lighting up over top of everything we're making. So we need to use up this 71.25 iron ingots, 270 iron ingots, 150 caterium, and 540 copper ingots to finish out this facility. Everything over here is going to be pretty much getting put into storage or sunk till we're done. So the hub is kind of glitching through here. It doesn't look that great, but since yesterday, oh, I forgot, let's do our advent calendar. I got too busy in showing everybody what we're doing, but it's day 17. And we get 25 iron FICSMAS ornaments. Nice. So, if we interact with our hub milestone, we have linear motion, linear elevator Mark III, the diagonal vehicle lift, which we probably will never use, but I'll probably still make oil processing, which is going to be the main thing we're doing here today. We're going to be sending this off and then figuring out our logistics floors and building out the rest of this facility. But this gives us the valve, which is huge, the refinery, and the oil extractor. So we're going to have to go find some oil and start extracting it to make plastic and rubber, which I think I'm going to set up a temporary area to just make enough to finish the rest of these milestones. We have the gas masks, alternative fuel transport, so this gives us the packager, the industrial fluid buffer, And then industrial manufacturing. This one is huge. This is when we get the manufacturer, and this is how we make the modular engines and the adaptive control units. So that way we can complete phase 3 of the space elevator. Then we have more fistic blueprints. So this is, of course, the bigger blueprint designers, Logistics Mark IV, which gives us the fuel generator, which is huge. So that way we can finally do our turbo fuel power plant. We can also scan for Caterium, which we can scan for it right now. I don't know if that's a bug or if that's something caused by the mods I have installed. Regardless, we have the monorail train system, pipeline engineering Mark II, which is huge because we get Mark II about Mark II pipes and Mark II pumps, and then craftable power slugs. Okay, so like I said, today we're going to be getting our next manufacturing floor up and online, so that way we can finish out this facility. Oops. Yeah, we need to go 8 meters up, and this is going to be the final floor that I can add on this one. The other one I can't even add any more floors because you're not allowed to. The catwalk lift Mark 1. So this is going to be iron manufacturing. I have no clue how close I am to this. Oh, look at that. Spot on. That never happens to me. Okay. Actually, let's go ahead and just bring the hub up here, not the space elevator. I guess you can make multiple space elevators? I didn't think you were allowed to do that. We got 10 tickets to spend as well. I don't know what we're gonna spend them on. There's still quite a bit of stuff that I have to unlock in the awesome shop, so I'm sure I will find something interesting to do with them. Okay. So, let's go ahead and send off our oil processing, might as well.
Milestone reached. Oil acquisition and refining unlocked. Oil-based products can now be made. The byproducts of oil refinement can be used after further processing, as seen in the refinery. Caution. This is a reminder to minimize the chance of expiration during out-of-base activities.
Okay. I also really want the jetpack, but we need packaged fuel for that. So that's gonna be a minute to get to. So, using our handy-dandy production planner that's on the opposite side, I'm going to be doing 10 modular frames. And we are going to be doing 5 reinforced plates. And that's going to be all everything we're probably going to be doing on that floor. We're going to have a little bit of iron left over, because that is... Let's see. Let me go downstairs real quick, because we have 71.25 on the one side, and then we have 270, I believe, on the other, right next to it. Ingots, iron ingots left. Yeah, so that gives us 341.25 total iron ingots. To make the 10 modular frames, we're going to be using 105 and 135. That leaves us 101.25. And then we're going to be using 60 of those to make our 5 reinforced iron plates, and that leaves us 41.25 left to make into something. Probably just gonna make like iron plates with it or something. I don't really know, honestly, what we're gonna make with that, but whatever it is, it's probably gonna be over in this little corner. Like, look how high up we are. Goodness, it makes the silica and quartz facility look tiny down there. This facility definitely grew a lot. Guaranteed we're on a higher portion of the map overall, but yeah, we are up here. Okay, how do I want to lay these out? The reinforced iron plates is not a lot. It's 1 constructor for rods, 1.5 for screws, 1.5 for plates, and then the reinforced iron plate assembler. So that is... what's going on over here? That's a pretty small area. Is that how it's supposed to look? Oh, yeah. I guess so. Actually, that I don't think this is supposed to be here. Oh my goodness, it's not. I was gonna say, I didn't think that's how that's supposed to look. There we go. That makes more sense to me now. Okay. So not a lot. I mean, really not a ton going on this floor. We might be able to do the iron... it's going to be close. To do the iron and the caterium and copper all on the same floor. That's going to be a lot. Let's see. Because the modular frames, that's going to be a big one. Let's do this first. So the iron is coming in like down there. Why don't we... that's not right either. There we go. Okay, how are we gonna do this? Let's start here, maybe? Refinery, look at that. We need so many motors and so many encased steel beams, which we're not even making steel beams right now, and we're not making motors. We might have to make both of those. We'll probably end up needing to make another facility, actually. Which, if we had drones, that'd be super easy. But to get to phase 4, where we can get drones, that's when everything... that's the late game, baby. That's where things pick up. Alright, so we're gonna need... according to the calculator, we need to be pushing out 60 iron rods plus 40. So we need 105 iron rods coming out of here. We take up this little bit to make those. Okay, we need 105 of these things coming out. How many can we make here? 37.5. Yeah, so let's see. 105 divided by 3, that's 35. 35 is our target. And this fits pretty nicely. We got like almost a half a foundation there. And we have a little bit over half a foundation there. So why don't we move these over one? Because that's going to be right on the corner. Nice. We haven't actually crashed in a minute. So I want to see where this line was. Gives us a half of a foundation. Hang on. This gives us a half of a foundation over here. Okay, and that's a half of a foundation there. Okay, now they are even. Nice. Alright, so paste these settings into all these. We're making our rods. Okay, then this will be our pod for our iron rods. We could push them up a little bit so that way we still had a walkway around there. Nah, we're gonna leave it like that for right now. Okay, and then that's gonna go into screws, and those iron rods are also going to go into the modular frames at the end. So, how many screws do we need? We need 180. No, because those are gonna have to come out, go down, get separated, and then move on. Actually, maybe we want to look into our reinforced iron plates first. So the reinforced iron plates don't take a lot. They take one constructor for rods, one constructor for screws, one constructor for iron plates, and then really the only other thing they take is an assembler. Like, that's it. That's all we have to do for those. That's a tiny, tiny area. I don't know where that's gonna fit nicely. We might be able to fit everything on this floor. Or, actually, how many tiles does that take up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 7 in the middle. So that could be one line in the middle. The reinforced iron plates. That could be one line in the middle. And then, over there, maybe that's where we can do. So these 3 are doing iron rods. Okay, so let's say these 3 are doing iron rods. It's a half of a thing, it's a half a thing, okay. So those 3 are doing rods. Then we need to be making 1, 2. We need to be making 180 screws. 180 screws. That means we need to be at 90 per min. And that's going to be taking 22 and a half, 45 iron rods. That's right. Okay, and then our plate construction. 1, 2. Plates, we need to be making 90, so we need to be making 45 per. Nice. That's there. I'm gonna have to move these things. Then we make reinforced iron plates and modular frames. So this line does fit fairly well inside of this area. However, we do have a little bit of extra space right here. Let's get rid of these for right now. I know I'm gonna get crates down there, but that's fine. I'll figure that out in a second. So, let's see. Oh, I can make circuit boards now, too. Look at that. Reinforced iron plates. Where did I just... Yeah, just passed it. So we need to be making 15 of these. Most we can make in one is 12.5, so we're gonna need to go down to 7.5 on this. Okay, and then we're gonna need 2 of them. Ooh. That is close. That is close. Don't think I really have... I don't really have a ton of room behind them either to move them back or forward. So this production line is not going to fit here, is what you're telling me. Okay. Now this side, we have a little bit more room. So we got a half, 1, 2, 3. So we got 3.5 tiles of space over there, which should be enough room for this big guy to fit perfectly fine. Okay, so we will transition this entire line onto this side, because we also have a little bit more space. We might be able to get the other assemblers in here too. Let's see. Assembler. Can I get 2 in this area? Oh yeah. Oh, big time. I can easily get 2 in this area. Okay. Because we're gonna need at least 2. So we're actually gonna start off with constructors down there. We'll come this way. Constructors going all the way down. We'll have the assemblers end here, and then the stuff will come back in here, and it will go into these 2 that are going to be making our modular frames. And we need to be making 10 per minute, so each of these need to make 5. Nice. Alright. This is gonna work out. This is gonna work out well. Okay. So that area over there is actually going to be for our reinforced, or our modular frames. Oh my goodness, I'm getting crates all over the place now. What do I have a bunch of stuff of? Oh, it's all the FICSMAS stuff. That's what it is. Like, why do I have so much stuff? It's FICSMAS stuff. I still need to make the FICSMAS factory before the event ends. And let me tell you, we are getting close. We are on day 17, and I still don't have the FICSMAS stuff completely unlocked. We haven't even made our Winter Wonderland. But to be fair, you need the manufacturer in order to do that. So... Alright, let's put a bunch of that in there. And I know I have 1,000,000 screws for some reason. And we are no longer making steel beams down where our power is. We have no steel beams there. That production line is gone, so we do not have anywhere currently making steel beams. Which could be a big problem for us here shortly. Because if you don't know, steel beams pretty heavily used when you're making Mark III belts all the time. We have a crap ton of pipes. Look at all the pipes we have. But this is it for the beams. Eventually, I will need to make a steel manufacturing plant. All that can go in there. And might as well put all the pipe in there. Then I can actually delete this one. I can delete this one as well. And... goodness gracious, we are running out of room. Eventually, I will make a nice mall where all of our stuff is stored, so that way we can go grab everything. But for now, let's see, elevator parts will be in there. Because after we make this floor, all of the goods that we can actually use will go up to the next floor, which will be half, if it won't be logistics, it will just be a mall of sorts. Hopefully by then we have the Mark II cat lift conveyor, or cat lift, catwalk lift. There we go. Because if we don't, we're gonna be in trouble. Okay. So that takes care of this line over here. I'm actually gonna lay these out right now. Didn't mean to put 2 down there. Come on. I don't know why this isn't... There we go. Had to actually... I'm surprised I could nudge that. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get 2 lines around here. And usually I put my support beams on that back side, so we might have to try and get this bad boy... Ooh, almost just fell off the edge. Holy crap. We might have to try and squeeze this one in a little bit. Okay. So that looks pretty good. I guess I could just... if I had to... Let's see. What can we do here? We need to be able to get the lifts in, which that is the minimum amount of room we can use there. either side. Can't really get in 2 walkways worth. Can only get in 1. And we can't really get a walkway this way either. Let me take a bird's eye view. Like, it's not bad. I don't hate it. I would rather push these back, though, and just have the outside be... the walkway. I think that's going to look nicer, but we're going to lose our support pillars on that side. We're not going to have room for them. Which actually, that might be fine, because this might be our top floor here. Especially if I can get all the copper and caterium to be manufactured here too. So that might be okay. Because eventually we'll just throw drones on top of this bad boy, and we'll kind of have like a little airport situation going on. Okay, let's do that instead. And then I think we gotta be there. There. And there. Okay. That's not bad like that. Actually, we could... Let's see. Couldn't push them back a whole one, but we could push them back half a one. Just wait a minute. What is my nudge settings? Infinite nudge. 20, 50, 25, 5. Okay, what's my large nudge? Number sign? That's my large nudge? Oh yeah, that is my large nudge. Okay. So, standard nudge, I believe, is 100. My large nudge is 50, right? Yeah, so that's 100, that's 50. Should be able to go back 50. Boom, boom, and then that's inside the walkway that we're gonna have. And that should also be inside of the walkway, and that should still work. Nice, looks like it does. Sweet. Okay, let's use that then. Okay, that's actually going to be going in. In. This one is coming out. Okay, here we are making modular frames, and we're making 5. So that is that. I hope, I really, really hope we can get everything in here on this floor, because the wire, AI limiters, Ethereum, or quick wire, cable, oof, it's a lot. It is a lot to plan on one floor. But hopefully we can do it and then cap this roof off. Okay, So, like I said, we need to be making iron rods, and we need to be making 105 of them. Instructor. Starting... let's start somewhere in there, because whenever we put the assemblers down, we're going to want them to be somewhat even with the constructors. Let's see, can we put that there? Yes, we can. Okay. Now, let's better view. And I want the constructor to be right in the middle of where the assembler is. So that way we look even. Kind of like that. I guess that's technically in the middle. And then that is right on the edge. Okay. So we'll use this guy as our starting point. Iron rods, like I said, we need to make 90 of them. But we can't do that in 2. Or wait, 105. Sorry, we need to be making 105. And that means we gotta be making 35 in each one of these. Okay, nice. I'm gonna whip up some signage real quick so that way I know what I'm doing. I really need the hover pack. I do. I need it. $35 per min. So that's what we're doing here. Okay. Now those have to go into screws to make us 180 screws. So I'm gonna put those right next to it. We need to be making 90 per. Copy that, paste that there. Some signage. Should that actually pasted? Yeah, it did. Screws 90. Now I might make some blueprints here eventually that just make the signage a little bit easier, but for right now this is working. Okay, now we need to make our plates. We need 90? I think that's 90. I can't tell. On my there it is. Yeah. Jeez, oh man, on my calculator, could not tell what it said. Okay, so we need to make 90 of these bad boys, which means we need 45. 45 per. Okay, that's 45 per minute there. On each one of those, that's looking nice. Let's go ahead and throw another one of these down. And now we're gonna need 2 assemblers making the reinforced iron plates. Now that should be right there. I think that's, yeah, let's see. Alright, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 5 jumps. 1, 2. And then 1, 2. Okay. So that's 2.5 spaces, 2.5 grids were separated there. And those are going to be making our 7.5 reinforced iron plates. Don't need this other one. Copy that. Paste that there. We're gonna have to rig up some signage. For some reason, the signage does not work on assemblers. Right there. This is going to be reinforced iron plates. 7.5 a minute. That is kind of floating off in space. It just says invalid aim location every time you try and put it somewhere. Am I gonna be able... Oh yeah, I can. Okay, that doesn't look bad, actually. That doesn't look bad. Alright, 7.5 there. Let's do the same thing right here. I hate it when you do that. You actually... So, if you try and copy and paste on a sign before you can fully see, like, the shenanigans, it blacks it out for some reason. I don't know if it fixes it whenever you reload or not, but... Okay, and that's making our 7.5 reinforced iron plates. So now our rods, from all the way down there, some of them have to come all the way over here to these two guys. Let's go ahead and grab some signage. And this is going to be making our frames. We are going to be 10 per minute. Nice. Okay, so those are all laid out, and those look good. They are ready. Now, this does give us a little bit left over iron ingots. So we had 270 plus 71.25, which is 341.25. So this production line is going to take a bit of those, leaving us with 101.25. And then our reinforced modular frames, or reinforced iron plates, we're going to take a little bit more. We're going to be left with 41, let me just write this down, 41.25 left over. Iron ingots, 41.25 left over. So we got to find a way to use those somehow. Some way, somehow, we got to use them. Now, production line to make our reinforced iron plates. Very small. Not a lot going on in it. I think maybe we could utilize this area, but I want to think about how we're going to do our AI limiters, because that's going to take up a decent amount of space, and it's probably going to take it up in the middle. Oh, that's right. I was going to do the reinforced iron plates across the middle, because I should have enough room. Honestly, this stuff is just in the way right now. I'm just gonna do this, this, and this, and then we are going to make that this foundation, so I know that it's not actually part of the facility. Because this is terrible. I mean, it's in the way, it's messing up my feng shui here. There's the super creepy cave I went into. Spoiler alert, there's spiders in there, and they scared the crap out of me. So I'm just going to transfer all this stuff over real quick. Oh, sorry about this. I know this probably isn't the most exciting gameplay you've ever seen of Satisfactory, but it has to be done. I have to move things. I have to move things over. FICSMAS stuff. I'm actually going to put that right here on the end. Just so I know where it's at. Followed closely behind by our parts for this space elevator. Silica, you can go in there. Copper sheets. Go in there. And pipes. You know what, pipes, you can just stay in my inventory, I guess. And then the hub. Nice. Okay. Put all this stuff back. Actually, let's spend our tickets. I mean, we got tickets. We got coupons. Gotta spend them coops. Okay. Let's spend our coupons. What can we buy today? We got 10 of these bad boys. What can we buy? Buy lighting we want. I think we're getting away with the signs pretty well right now. Management is complete. Ooh. I think this is what we want. I think we want these corner pieces. I think so. So walls, we could do windows, we could do gates. Those two might be nice, especially the windows, because that's going to unlock our halfling window, which is good. Customizer. Ooh, we got coated concrete now. Now that will replace the walkways that we're putting down right now. That material. That'll replace that. Ooh. Some pioneer paths. I want to buy the boombox, I really do, because I know where all the tapes are. I know where they all are, but it makes my game crash so often. I think this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna buy these two. I'm gonna do it. Boom, done. Foundations. We got up corners, we got down corners, and inverted ups and inverted downs. Okay. Little detour. But now, I can see the front of the facility. Which is what I wanted. A little bit closer. Didn't hit it. Okay. Lizard doggos still hanging out in there, enjoying life. I threw some berries in there for them earlier, so they should be happy. Alright. Because this is going to be a pretty small production area, we just need one thing of rods. Okay. I'm gonna actually, oops. bring that forward a smidgen. So this is going to be making... Oh, no. Nope. Rods. So we got rods. It's going to take 15. We only need 15. Then we're going to be making screws, and we need to be making 60. Pump that up. Be making plates right here. And we need to be making 30. There we go. Now let's grab our assembler. And I think we're off on where our constructors are. Just by a smidgen. I think so. Yes, we are. Ugh, that's upsetting. That's alright. That is alright. Because that would be in the middle there. Can't do that. And I don't particularly want to do that either. Actually, you know what? Hang on. What if we did this instead? Bump that out a bit. It's not going to take up the entire assembly of this. It's not going to take up this entire line. Unless I put like another constructor or something in. Let's play with this a little bit. So that was just 5 reinforced iron plates. What if I'm trying to make 7.5 here? Satisfactory calculator is having issues. Still could make 7.5 with the same amount of, I believe. I'd have to get 22.5 of these. 22.5. And then I need 90 screws per minute. I need 45 of these. Okay, and then that gives me 7.5 reinforced iron plates. What if I wanted 10 reinforced iron plates? I could figure this all out on my own on the game, but this is so much easier. Why would you not do this? Actually, this is taking more and more ingots away. Hang on. So, total ingots. I gotta figure this out all over again. 270 total ingots plus 71.25 equals. I don't know why I don't write everything down. It'd be way better. 341.25. And then our modular frames are taking that's leaving us with 101.25 left. Oh yeah, I can't get 10 reinforced iron plates out of it. I'm not going to have enough ingots. So after the modular frames, I only have 101.25 left. How long have we been filming? 48 minutes, okay. That gives us 90. If I do 7.5 reinforced iron plates, that takes 90. So then I would have 11.25 left. And you know what? I think let's do it this way. Actually, we're just gonna make an extra thing of rods because that's a 1-to-1 ratio. And that's how I'm going to do that. Here, that'll give us a half of a foundation worth. Yeah. Let's bump this over. This is going to be making our plates. 45. Per minute. Making our screws. $90 per minute. This is going to be making our rods at 22.5 per minute. Yep. And then this little guy all by himself is going to be making our other iron rods at 11.25 leftover. Leftovers are for dinner for that machine. Oops. 20. Oh my god. 22. I hit paste instead of copy. This is 11.25, so that should be using all of our iron available. Feels good. Feels good. This, we are making 7.5 of them. Not a ton, but worth it. It appears that these are slightly off. That's gonna make this fun. Because I nudged them in between grids. That's what I did. That is what I did. Oh, that was a hard autosave. That was a hard one. That is not connected. Now it is. Okay. Okay, and that's going to be receiving. Boom, another pod complete. Okay. That is all of the iron ingots used and abused, making us a little bit of rods, a little bit of reinforced iron plates, and heavy, not heavy modular frames, just modular frames. Heavy modular frames will get interesting. There will be an entire production facility dedicated to heavy modular frames. You better believe it, brother. Okay, now we are going to move on with the 5 minutes we have left. Goodness. We're going to move on to AI limiters because we can make them now. And we have everything here to make them. So we start out with 5. What it starts us with. That only uses 20 Caterium ingots. We don't want to do that. And 50 copper ingots. We have so many ingots, we can do hundreds of these bad boys. Let me jack this all the way up to 15. That takes 60 Caterium ingots and 150 copper ingots. Pretty nice. Those numbers work out. So that is going to be, well, 5 constructors that aren't popped off. Aren't sharted up. Because we need to make 300 quickwire? Yeah. 300 quickwire. That's how much we're trying to make here. What do we get to? Yeah, let's get to 150. It's jacked all the way up, so that's 2. 2 constructors there. And then how many will we need to make 75 copper sheets? 3. So we need 2, 3, that's 5. And then our assembler, we will only need 1. Oh shoot, we're gonna need 2. Yeah, we'll need 2. That's fine. So we'll have 3 of these, 2 of those. So that'll be 5. And then 2 assemblers. So it's not gonna be the whole length of this. It's not going to be the whole length. Actually, it might be. Because this actually ends. Oh, yeah. This actually might fit nicely in this little corner. Okay, so we'll do that. We'll set up the AI limiter chain. Let's start on this side. So if you remember, these foundations are not in play. I just put them there to take up space. So that way my hub isn't in my way. Now, do we want to bring these out at all? Let's do that first. Let's grab the assembler. Let's see where this guy's going to end up. That's half as well. Oof. think we got to be back on this line at least. That might not work. Oh, that's right. These assemblers need to be turned. They need to actually look like this to fit in this area nicely. Okay. All right. Well, this might need to be moved over. We might need every inch of space available to us. Okay, that will work there. And then if we back this up just a smidgen, that should work there. Yeah, and that gives us a little bit of room. And this will give us a little bit of room. And then we're going to be making our quick wire on this side. Jacked all the way up. My dog really has to go to the bathroom, so I will be ending it right on time. I can tell he's eyeballing the crap out of me. Okay, I'm just gonna get this line down and then we'll call it good there. I know, man. I'm working on it. I'm going, Apollo. Okay, so we need to be making 75 of this. It's 25. Copper sheet. 25. Okay. Now, we're going to be using every inch of available real estate we've got. Right there. Oh, that's tight. Oh, that's tight. Oh, it works though. Oh, I could even move it back. I could even move this back slightly. Ah, see these. Maybe they won't be. Will those two be? Oh yeah, we'll be phasing through this just slightly. And I think I want to move it. Actually, I think I want to move this way. There we go. Then it should be... no, it's not. It still would be interacting a little bit. Once I do something like this, then I don't think it will be. I'm trying to see if this arm that I'm currently standing on is going to be interacting with the lifts, and if I put it right there, it won't be. However, that does mean these need to move. That should be perfectly placed. Oh. Oh. Oh, yeah. Just like that. Beautiful. And the piece de resistance. Boom. Nice. Okay. And that still leaves us with a tiny, tiny pathway to get back here. Can't back those up anymore. And I can't really back that up anymore. So this is going to have to be how this looks. But it fits beautifully in here. Okay. So that's going to be 7.5 AI limiters there, 7.5 AI limiters there. AI limiter 7.5. Okay, so this is the factory floor so far. We have our modular frames over this way. Modular frames are done. They're looking good. Our reinforced iron plates are directly in the center. Also, the extra iron rods, using up all of our iron ingots available. So we'll be exporting those to the roof. We have our AI limiter line right here that fits very nicely over there. And then next time I'm going to be doing quick wire, wire, and cable. And those are the other 3 things that we can do with the copper ingots we have left. And then after that, all of our goods are going to be going upstairs to one more level, which will probably be the top level of this floor. I will cap this off and hopefully end up putting drones on here. Otherwise, this facility is going to be done next time. Thank you very much for coming.